all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K is the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K is the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K is the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Bruins Vibes.
Bruins win the Stanley Cup.
Krejci going into the corner. But, oh, there goes a pane of glass on a gigantic right
Are you kidding me?
Madison Orr!
The sickest Boston Bruins podcast.
Sends it in, and it's Pastrnak scores! Series winner for David Pastrnak and the Bruins!
It's gonna be sick.
Hey, it's episode 13 on the Sick Podcast Network of the Bruins Vibes Podcast. I'm your guy, Brendan Sennott, coming to you from parts of in a hotel room somewhere in Montreal. Or no, you're in Massachusetts, right?
No, I'm in Vermont.
Where are you?
I'm in
Vermont. Gee,
Colchester,
oh, there's
Vermont.
Carmen San Diego. Where in the world is Jimmy Murphy? What up, brother?
Not me hardly, I'll tell you that. It's been a day, my friend. I was on an adventure and saw I'm supposed to go to Montreal tomorrow. And I saw there was a storm coming in. Am I breaking up on you, buddy? Yeah. Okay, I'll reconnect. I'll be right back.
All right, well, Jimmy reconnects. You get stuck with me. 5-3 Bruins tonight over the Toronto Maple Leafs, and good Lord, Bruins Vibes listeners, the Leafs are a frigging disaster. I'm sure you Bruins fans out there are enjoying it. They just have no soul. They don't seem to play hard. All that talent. I know Mitch Marner pretty much got but yeah, what a weird situation. The David Pastrnak show tonight. So with 2 goals and an apple, career goal number 400 and 401. That was kind of a cool moment. National TV. It was the national game on TNT. The guy's something else. And I say it all the time on this show. Appreciate this man. He is the best that New England sports has right now. Far and away. I know Drake May is on the come and Jason Tatum's out with an Achilles injury. Pasta should be everywhere in New England. He should be outside of Fenway Park. He should be in downtown Crossing, and all the subway stations. Kenmore Square, South Station. Should be pasta stuff everywhere. The Cape, pasta. Hell, I'm going to open a chain of Italian restaurants called Pasta's Place if you guys don't get it together and start realizing that this guy is a beast and is a heck of a player. Now, as we wait for Jimmy, we'll welcome you guys in. Comments, hope to hear from you. Bruins, they're 7th straight. I don't know what to make of this. It's obviously been herky-jerky, but I'll have to ask Jimmy this question because I honestly don't know. Is first-round draft pick that they got from the Leafs lottery protected? Because the most Leafs thing ever would be is if they get into the lottery with the Bruins in their pick, and then it comes 1 or 2 for McKenna or Verhoeven. Now, we are going to talk about Gavin McKenna later on in this podcast when Jimmy rejoins. Producer Jimmy behind the scenes in Montreal is, I'm sure, efforting to get him back on board. Gotta love technology, right? Hotel internet. What are you gonna do? Anyways, chippy game too. Obviously, the Leafs had a little burr in their saddle from the hit that Zadorov laid on Scott Laughton in ironically the same score from Saturday night. Bruins 5, Leafs 3. And then Zadorov took out Austin Matthews later on. Pretty clean hit, but then there was some dirty plays. Someone tried to take out McAvoy on a knee-on-knee. What was that? Who was that dude? Man. Sammy Blaze. That was dicey. And then, Max Domi trying to mix it up. He's a cement head like his old man was. Douche. he tried to take on Zadorov, and it reminded me of the scene in The Hangover when Mike Epps is yelling at Mr. Chow, like, "I told you it wasn't me, little boy." The way it looked like Zadorov taking on, little Domi there. But yeah, the Leafs are a disaster. Would it be ironic, after, because every time he shows his face in TD Garden, we hear about Game 7 and Craig Berube and, one of the crappier nights, I think, in all of our lives as Bruins fans that follow the team. When the Bruins laid that egg, other than Tuukka Rask in Game 7 of the 2019 Stanley Cup Finals. It'd be funny if he got ran out of town early and then a coach took over the Leafs and hopefully not getting them back. Here he is, the Murph doggy dog.
This day.
I mean, sums it all up, man. So I was just, obviously Bruins win 7 straight. Appreciate you being here, bro. We know you're like I said, the circumstances trying to get to Vermont, to get to Montreal tomorrow. Appreciate you. Bruins 7 straight, but God, the Leafs are a disaster. Your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's start with the Leafs. I'll start with the negative and get to the positive and go to the Bruins after. Yeah, look, there's something drastically flawed with that team right now. And, I get Bruins fans hate the Leafs, and there's nothing wrong with that, and they're a rivalry and all that. But when it comes down to it, I think we can all agree as hockey fans, you want rivalries like that to be good on both sides. And you want, there's teams like the Canadiens, the Leafs, the Rangers, the Red Wings, the Bruins, all the original 6,
baby.
Yeah, original 6, teams like that, foundations of the league. The league is a better league when they're good, and when they're competitive. And something is off. I mean, they switched the coach. Craig Berube obviously is a great coach. You saw what he did in St. Louis. I don't know what's going on. And look, I've been hesitant to jump on the trash Austin Matthews train, and I don't like to do it now that he's hurt. And I don't, I hope he's okay. He left the game, obviously, didn't come back. But, I'm sitting there watching this game, Brendan, and I'm looking at it, and I know we're a Bruins-oriented podcast, so I won't go long on this. But I'm thinking about last night, and Joe Thornton, goes into the Hall of Fame. Ironically, so what's today? The 12th. It's about to be the 12th. So let's just say it's almost a 12th. So it's a 12th. So ironically, in 18 days, that will be 20 years to the day that Joe Thornton was traded by the Boston Bruins. November 30th, 2005. I'll never forget it. He lost a bad faceoff at the end of the game, led to the winning goal against the Devils down in Jersey. And that was it, and that was it. And now Joe Thornton's a Hall of Famer. So if the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to do what I'm about to say that I think they may need to do, they better do a better job. And that's no offense, obviously, to the current Bruins head coach, Marco Stern, but let's call a spade a spade. Michael Connell could have got way more for Joe Thornton than he did. Brad Treliving can get a lot right now for Austin Matthews. It's just, It's not working. Let's call a spade a spade. It has been an utter choke job since he's had the C on him. And it needs to stop. Like, it looks like last year, I honestly liked what I saw last year. I get it. They lost to Florida. They lost 4 straight, and they were embarrassed in Game 5 and Game 7. But at the same time, for once, and ironically, they still had Mitch Marner when this happened. At the same time, the Toronto Maple Leafs played a lot of like old school Bruins type hockey. They were playing with heart. They were playing with grit. They were playing with physicality. They were playing playoff hockey for the most part. And I felt like they could parlay that into something this year. And I was like, you know what? Now they got rid of Mitch Marner. They're out from under that. They can be more of a team. They'll be some of the parts. That hasn't been the case. Ironically, they are more offensively productive right now than they were at this time last year with Mitch Marner. But they're a goddamn mess in their own end. And the goalies are just atrocious. I don't know what's happening to Anthony Stolarz. Of course, he was injured too tonight. But it's a mess. So they are in the need right now of a major shakeup. And look, I had a lot of people texting me around the league right now. I heard some interesting things. Some people I trust were suggesting a coaching change. I'm like, how could you just brought Berube in? I mean, you can't get rid of him.
I said that before you hopped on. Like, would it be ironic if if the Leafs did what the Blues did and cat Berube and then brought somebody in to light the fire.
Okay, so as you already explained to our listeners, I've had a planes, trains, and automobiles type day. My brain is complete mush right now. And I actually purposely didn't give into that beautiful bottle of wine that I had in my bag. Just so
regular mush, not the Brendan mush.
Yes, I was very good boy, and I didn't do that. I'm just completely exhausted. I'm like, that's not going to solve anything, and I'll be a mess on the podcast. But forgive me, who was the coach before Berube in St. Louis?
Oh my God.
And if I'm not mistaken, they didn't.
It wasn't a big name. It wasn't a big name.
Well, they didn't bring Berube in until after Thanksgiving, at least. I know.
Yeah, I thought it was January.
Yeah. Okay, so this would be even more drastic. That's why I'm saying I don't think comparing that to what the Blues did right now is a good comparison, because this is 3 months ahead of it. This is Berube's already been on the job for a year and a half. It was Mike Yao. Used to be the assistant coach with the Penguins before that.
There it is. Okay.
He was there for one season. Oh, so it's pretty much, actually, you're right. Good call. So he was there. They brought Berube in January. So I don't know, man. Pete DeBoer's out there right now, bud. So that's going to start to pick up steam right now. I guarantee in the next few days.
Yeah, I mean, people have been saying that, right? The first coach that gets whacked.
Yeah, and Pete DeBoer's waiting, and Pete DeBoer's been to 3 straight Western Conference Finals. He has the most wins in the playoffs out of any coach in the last 10 years. He hasn't won a cup, but he's taken, actually in 13 years, I think it is, he took the Devils to the final. They lost to the Kings in 2012. And then he took the San Jose Sharks, speaking of Joe Thornton, to the final in 2016. Yep. There's a coach waiting there. That's going to pick up steam right now. But if I'm the Maple Leafs, if I'm Keith Pelly, who is now the president of hockey operations, president of business operations, he is the Wizard of Oz for the Maple Leafs right now. I'm either looking at getting rid of Trey Living, and I don't want him to lose his job because he's a great guy. I like him a lot. I've known him for a while, but
seems like a great dude.
Yeah, but he doesn't exactly make the best moves. By the way, he's the guy that traded Matthew Tkachuk to the Florida Panthers. How'd that go? So I'm either looking at Trey Living's out or Matthews needs to be
blockbuster trade, huh?
And you got that draft, as I continue to tell you every show here, you have the most amazing drafts in 2003 coming up. You could probably really hit it out of the park reshaping your organization if you traded Austin Matthews right now. So that's what I say in the Leafs. Now let's get to the fun stuff.
Wait, I do have a question before you get to the Bruins, though, Broham. Is the Bruins draft pick that they got for Carlo lottery protected?
Good call. Let's see.
Because that would be the most ironic thing ever.
Brendan, they already used it, didn't they? I thought that was a 20. No. Marchand was a later one. I think Carlo.
Marchand's 27. Yeah, this is 26. They had the Leafs pick and their pick this year.
Wait a minute. Let's see. That's a good question.
My one then for the night, bro.
No, you have a great question. Top 5 protected. That's still pretty good because I think that first round is going to be anywhere in the first round. You're going to get a good player.
Okay. So, I mean, they couldn't get, McKenna or Verhoeven, but it'd be crazy if they got the 6th.
There's a lot of guys they could get. I'm telling you, this is a deep draft. This is a type of draft where you could find a Patrice Bergeron in the second round like the Bruins did in 2003.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Mr. McKenna here at the end of the show. I got a little scouting
report. Let's get to the Bruins right now, and I want to go right to when Pasta puts in his 400th goal.
Filthy.
And
so dirty.
And the bench clears. The whole team comes out on the ice to congratulate him. I'm sorry, Brendan. I've seen that for 500th. I've seen that for 1,000th. I've never seen it for 400th. Usually 500 is the minimum, and then you go up from there. I've never seen a team come out for a 400th goal. So on that note, if you don't put the damn C on David Pastrnak ASAP, or by the end of the season at the latest, then I'm convinced they're trading him because they just don't want to. They don't want to put the C on him and do what. Speak of the devil, Michael Connell did 20 years ago when he put the C on Thornton and traded him 3 months later. Like, what is wrong? Like, can we just call a spade a spade? Like, David Pastrnak is the captain of this team. Look at the way they gravitate to him. Look at the way they came out there and praised him and hugged him. Like, they love him. He is the captain of the Boston Bruins right now, and he deserves to have that C. And furthermore, that was a great job by the Bruins in the third period. And good job by you putting the reverse mush, Brendan Mush on the Leafs, saying to me when they made it 4-3, they're gonna blow this, aren't they? I thought they were too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I had good reception here, I would have been on DraftKings betting the game to go to overtime at that point. I literally thought this game was going to overtime at that point.
I had a snap.
Great job by the Bruins to regroup. They are becoming less and less fragile than I thought they were. And look, I'm starting to taste a lot of crow in my mouth. Marco Sturm, right now, at this second, I know it's only, November 11th going into November 12th. He is a Jack Adams finalist easily. Easily.
Want to hear a crazy stat that they said during the game?
But I still think they missed the playoffs. Just going to say that.
I agree. You want to hear a crazy stat, though, bro? Pasta 27 goals in 34 games against the Leafs. Yeah.
So
the Leafs should just there's your DraftKings stuff. Why are people making money off that when he plays plays the Leafs? He scored Saturday.
Yeah. Austin Matthews, is he gonna just like come out and do a Pedro Martinez after 2003, and be like,
yeah, they are my daddy.
The Bruins are my daddy.
Yeah.
They're my daddy. I don't know what to say.
I mean,
the Bruins own the Leafs. It's insane. It's almost like when we were kids. It's like when we were kids, and I know you're a little younger than me, but I'm sure you still remember it, when the Canadiens owned the Bruins, and they had like
my dad tells me
24 straight playoff series or something, like 43 years. It was insane.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
absolutely. My dad gets to twitch when he hears Ken Dryden's name.
Yeah.
From all the times at the Bruins.
By the way, what did you think? Speaking of the Canadiens and speaking of pasta, did you watch the TNT broadcast or?
It was national. That's all we could watch.
Okay, I didn't know if that's how it was down in Boston.
Yeah, it was everywhere. Boston was everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm in Colchester, Vermont, as you told everybody before. Yeah, dude, I honestly thought it was the end for me today. Literally saw a car in front of me do a 360 and go off the road, and I'm like, uh-oh. I mean, it was insane. But speaking of the Canadiens and your dad having nightmares, another guy I'm sure that gave him nightmares was Guy Lafleur, right? Yep. Did you hear Wayne Gretzky in the first intermission?
About pasta?
He compared him to Guy Lafleur. Look, I love pasta and everything, man, and I never saw Guy Lafleur. Well, I think I did see him play live once. He was with the Nordiques or the Rangers at the time. I never saw him in his heyday. So I don't think I'm in position to make that comparison. But based on what my dad, what your dad probably told you, or what my grandfather told me, what I've learned from all the amazing hockey people I've met in my travels to Montreal, really legendary people in the game that I trust their insight and their opinion. What I've learned from my co-host Pierre Maguire, I don't think we can put David Pastrnak in the same breath as Guy Lafleur just yet. But I like Wayno. I know you like to have a couple here and there. That was a little exaggeration. That's all I'll say.
But I mean, you look.
That being said, if you think about it, in the last, let's say since COVID, so let's say since the bubble year, the 2020 year, right? When he probably should have got MVP and the Bruins had the President's Trophy, and then they lost to Tampa in the bubble.
Yep.
He's top 3 prolific players in the NHL, in my opinion. Would you agree? And I'm not saying that because we're a Bruins podcast. You know me, I'm objective.
Yeah, he's top 5. We've said that. We said that. It's funny. Remember, we did our exhibition season last year. Remember, we did one of the early shows, and I made, I was being a little bombastic, and I said something to the effect of Pasta right now is the second greatest Bruin of all time. And you were like, eh. And then you thought about it. And you know what? You said, you know what? I think you might be right.
He's getting there. He's not there yet, but he's on his path right now. And I mean, how many is he? He's close to Johnny Busick, or did he pass him tonight?
I think he passed Busick. He's going to pass Bergeron, Marchand, and Nifty before the end of the year.
Okay.
Like, he's within 30 of all those guys.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Johnny Busick,
was the one that's the next big milestone.
I don't know if you ever had the pleasure to meet the Chief, Johnny Busick.
I want to. He seems amazing.
Staple of the Bruins. He's amazing. Great guy. Thankfully, I was mentored by Russ Conway, and Russ brought me out a couple times with them, and I got to know him a bit behind the scenes. Did you notice last night? This will tell you everything you need to know about Johnny Busick. Joe Thornton's speech and Zdeno Chara's speech, both of them paid homage to Johnny Busick, saying how much they meant to their development.
That's awesome.
And I thought that was like, how many times does one guy get mentioned by more than one person in Hall of Fame speeches, in induction speeches?
Same one, no doubt, no less.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Another sidebar question for you. You might know this. When the games are on ESPN, TNT, do they dial down the noise from the crowd and like the sound effects?
I have noticed it. I don't know if they do, or if they just got a shit feed. I don't know what's going on, man.
Okay.
It's
like
really
I thought I was kind of disgusted with the crowd, but then I thought maybe,
No, I talked to people that were in there tonight. They said it was rocking.
Okay, so then they definitely do something. The effects,
whatever it is. People had the day off. They started early.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was very muted because, like, when you watch the Nesson feed, like, it's like you're damn near sitting in the concourse.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, you hear the organ and you hear the tunes and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was weird.
I wonder if that's Nesson just being like, you don't have the rights to get our feed like that, or you have to pay us or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Knowing Nesson, probably that's the truth.
But yeah, Pasto, like I said, while you were reconnecting, I reiterated what you've said before of how, he is the man in New England right now. He should be in everywhere. And I think I'm going to open up a chain of Italian restaurants called Pasta's Place if people don't get it going.
Better watch out. Ray Bork's probably a step ahead of you.
From, here to the Cape, to be like a, I don't know. We'll think of the fair, but obviously
like
Italian,
an Olive Garden,
like a little quicker.
Better.
Yeah, somewhere between like the Olive Garden and like Mother Anna's.
You'll actually have good pasta because all the Olive Garden good for is breadsticks. I mean that's it. It's
true.
Other than that, their food sucks. Guess we're not getting them as a sponsor, but anyhow.
Yeah, wow. Why do you hate the Olive Garden, bro? No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly.
Yeah, but McAvoy with 2 assists, well, actually 3 if you count the goal that he gave the Leafs.
Yeah, and by the way, I've always been a big fan of Sammy Blais. That was dirty. That was like Alfie. He was going for it.
Yeah, it was very, it was, and Max Domi's a skunk. He's a skunk.
Who?
Like, Max Domi. But
he's a harmless skunk. I don't even let that guy bother me. But that was dirty. That was targeting. He was targeting, man. And lucky McAvoy saw it at the last second. He'd probably be out for the season right now.
Agreed. And that's where, I know you, like I said, I know you're the hardest on him of many. And I know everyone loves him, but those games, I mean, I know. What do you, okay, let's rewind. The Zadorov hit on Lawton. Was that dirty?
Clean as a whistle. And in fact, if you go, I got into so many arguments with Leafs fans online. Like, if you go and you watch it, Brendan, obviously there's a major height difference, right?
Yeah.
My interpretation, watching it over and over and over again, I swear to God, I've watched it about 25 times.
Well, I watched the whole game tonight.
I think that Zadorov actually somehow, it's split second, it's going so fast, but somehow he knew I'm going to have to, and you see him kind of go low. He was taking into consideration the size difference to not get him in the head and to not hurt him, just to give him a really hard hit.
Yeah.
Like he came down like this into his shoulder, right? And then when he hit like right here, the natural body reaction is the body goes like that. So a lot of people thought that was his head that got hit, but it was just the natural. If you come into me like this, I'm going back like this, no matter what. Yeah. I thought it was a very calculated, clean hit.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way people are trashing on him for it. And obviously the Leafs didn't like it, and so that's why they went after McAvoy.
Yeah, and they tried to go after him a couple of times too. But I mean, it's that was the one thing I was saying to my wife and kids at the end there. It's like, it's how they built the Bruins built that team, and the way the Leafs are built right now, where they're just like they have no soul. I don't think you want to brawl with that Bruins team. You know what I mean? With Kastelik and Jeannot and Zadorov, like that would have ended badly if more fisticuffs would have happened for the Leafs.
Correct. Yeah.
So, and I know the Leafs obviously have phenomenal skill in their their forward group, but it's just not working.
Look, I've been really, and I still think he needs to think a little more out there and not rush his outlet passes from the defensive zone. But I am starting to
come around.
Come around a bit. I mean, he's making a concerted effort to be a physical presence. And as I said, do it within the parameters of the rules and also be a leader. And I'll give him credit. Like we always say here, man, I'm going to tell it like it is. And I'm telling it like it is. He's growing on me right now.
Interesting. He was the pregame interview on TNT.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I liked it.
Yeah. And I mean, they all gave him his props. And what I liked was they asked him point blank what he thought about, Stern flipping out on him. And he was like, well, I had Sutter for 3 years. So, I mean, that was like a day at the beach, so, but it just goes to show you. And I know we're going to get to the comments from the listeners here. But Marco's pushing all the right buttons, and a guy like Zadorov responds to that.
Yeah. And by the way, sidetrack back to our Toronto conversation. Darryl Sutter's a free agent coach too, but let's go. Yeah. Also worked with Brad Treliving, but let's go.
Yeah. All right. So should we get to the listener comments
here, man? Before I fall asleep here and before the caffeine runs out.
There's our guy, Harry.
Good old Harry, who just followed me, by the way, on Twitter.
Oh, thanks, Harry. We got to get him to follow me now, too. I love Harry. Do you think the success the team is having is due to the players adjusting to Marco's system? Yes, 100%.
Yep.
Even tonight when, it got kind of sloppy and, Swayman let in the softie and then the deflection. And, I mean, that's the difference, no matter what. Swayman, head-on straight Swayman, even when he's not his best, and I don't think he was his best tonight, he still makes the key save. When they need a save, he makes it.
Yeah. And back to Sturm, too. It goes back to what I was saying last week where, and a credit to Cam Neely and Don Sweeney. And I get it. It was a situation both ways last year at this time with Montgomery. By the way, tomorrow's the anniversary of Montgomery being fired. 1 year.
Crazy.
It goes back to his status was up in the air. There was animosity between the management and the coach. The coach wants his worth. The players feel that. They read it. They're not idiots. They get it. And they don't know. They're looking at their coach being like, is this guy sitting duck or is he our coach? Do I take him serious or is he going to be out of here in a bit? And sure enough, a year ago tomorrow, he's out of it. They know Marco Sturm's here until at least the end of the year. Right? I mean, that's pretty obvious. Yeah. And he now has free reign to tell it like it is. And as they, as you referenced, they talked about that with Zadorov, that's exactly what he did in that Anaheim game. He said, look, I've been playing cupcakes with you and being nice to you guys, trying to get to know you, but enough's enough. Like, we're past that point now. Yeah. Snap out of it. Let's go. And so I think now the players realize, all right, this is our guy. He's got some balls. He told us off, and they respected it. So good on them. Absolutely.
Harry Mossaway again. Matthews has talent, but no passion. Yeah, he's an interesting cat. you know, and Nylander's the same way. I mean, I know Nylander has a little more pizzazz, but he's kind of a weirdo too, in a way.
By the way, you know who one of Nylander's best friends is?
David Pastrnak. They grew up together.
Yep.
Dual 88s.
Yeah, but I'd say Matthews, I'm sorry. I've given the guy, me just as a evaluator of the game and players, I've given him enough leeway. And I know he's hurt.
Like they were saying on the broadcast, they were saying something like they might have to call up Easton Collin because they feel like he needs another like skill guy. Like when you're supposed to be one of the elite players in the world, you know, and even Biz and all those guys, Ace, they were saying like Pasta has driven a line himself.
I mean, he's not a center.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, so yeah, I don't even know if you could put Matthews in the top 10 right now in the league.
Dude. I mean, look at the centers that Pasta's had to deal with for the last like year. And he's still kicking ass. Like enough.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine if he had Matthews? I mean, geez. One of them would score 70.
Yeah.
What else we got? John Sullivan. David is our captain. Absolutely. Harry Mossaway again. I agree, Jimmy. Pasta should have been named at the beginning of the season as far as I'm concerned. Agreed. But as we've said, the continuous that he's still out there on the power play, and you know, he gave the Leafs a shorthanded goal. Hampus Lindholm then scored on the power play later on in the game. The Bruins management, the Neely Sweeney, they want Charlie McAvoy to be something that he's not, and they have this. And now my affection is waning for him, but they have some affection for him that it's almost force fed. So I don't know. Wouldn't you say, Jimmy?
Yeah, I would.
And by the way, what's the Bruins record now? They 8-1 with Hampus Lindholm. You know what? I was thinking that earlier this year. Like, you know, in every sport, right? It's like the best player wins the MVP, right? But the term valuable, clearly Hampus Lindholm is the Bruins MVP.
Yeah.
Because of just everything that he does.
Brendan, by the way, we're all those people that were saying trade him and he sucks and he's overpaid. All those Bruins fans. Kitty cat. Yeah, exactly. Where are they now? What? I'm sorry.
Crickets.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
Ridiculous. What else we got there, Jimmy, the producer? At Jason Lohrei 4406, that Carlo trade is looking really good. Yes, Fraser Minton with the snipe on Saturday was the best player on the ice for the Bruins far and away. Marco Sturm said it. He was great again tonight. Just does the right thing. Like for that young of a kid, it's fun to watch. And yeah, I mean, it's looking like a brilliant trade. And, you know, and if the Leafs blow it up, you might see Brandon Carlo get moved again.
Yeah, I feel bad for Carlo. He's having a tough time. I always liked him. Class act.
Totally.
If you cast him in the right, he shouldn't be your top pairing right side D. He should be at best your second pairing. Yeah. If you cast him with the right people, he's very effective. I mean,
ironically, he was with Z. I mean, they mentioned it. He was with Chara quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, 2019, he was amazing.
He got his welcome home video tonight too.
Yeah.
And the ovation.
By the way, does that like I'm fine with Carlo getting it, but can we agree that like not every player that ever played? Oh, he was here for 3 games in 2020.
Yeah, it's gotten a little out of hand.
All these welcome home videos across, like they did it for like Joel Armia in Montreal because I'm right near Montreal, so I got that feed too, and I'm like, Joel Armia got a welcome home video, really?
Yeah, exactly. Bizarre.
All right, what else we got?
There's the guy at Ethan Russell 5512. Brendan, if your scouting report on McKenna is anything like mine, then I wouldn't want him on my team. 0 effort in the defensive zone. Yeah, we're gonna get to that, Ethan.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
A lot like Austin Matthews.
Yep. And Ethan Russell, 55-12. Thoughts on Lohrei the last 2 games? Been phenomenal.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Offensively, yes.
Yes.
Defensively,
A little
is
shaky
it
defensively.
phenomenal?
No, good call, Jimmy.
Okay. But I give him credit. Takes character to come back.
So the big thing would be, look, like I said, I don't know if I have to rent one of those like wispy signs, that they have at like car dealerships outside a Warrior, or, bring, hire some signage to bring it in there. Maybe I'll send a telegram to, that second unit. It was Lohrei and Lindholm as the defenseman. I have absolutely no issue, again, if you have McAvoy as the rover or the bumper and have those guys on PP1. Like, I know they have Arvidsson there right now, and he's, he's
Every time.
I was thinking about that this morning. Arvidsson, remember, I said he was stunk and was done. So the Brendan Mush is turned over on him as well. He's been solid, if not spectacular, but take him off and put McAvoy as the rover. Like, when he is on the move, he's unbelievable. But when he has to play the point and concentrate on getting back and worrying about getting the puck into the zone, that's when the stupidity like that happened tonight. He literally gave,
Yeah. And good point on you with Lohrei and Lindholm too. Like, I noticed tonight, anytime Lohrei wasn't with Lindholm, he struggled. So clearly he's what's the word? He's drawn to him. Like, this guy's mentoring me. You got to keep them together. I don't know how you do it, but you got to do it.
It's 2 lefties.
Yeah. Screw it then. Just screw the lefty righty thing. Just keep those guys together.
But like I'm saying, but what the message to Sturm and Steve Spott has to be, okay, Cam, okay, Don, if you want McAvoy on PP1, we're putting him up to forward.
Correct.
He's no longer playing the point.
Yeah.
On that power play.
All right. Let's keep going.
Then they can't get pissed for him.
Yeah. Jimmy, what do we got?
That NJ flip. As long as the Maple Leafs finish in the top pick, the Bruins on that pick. Yep. Yeah. Top 5 protected. You got it, brother.
Yep. Tiffany.
Another new listener. At Tiffany Haddadis 6720. Lohrei better not on first. Better not with McAvoy. He gives good effort, and he seems happy to be back.
Yeah, agreed, Tiffany. And I saw something about Tiffany works in the AHL. There's a post there that she had.
Nice.
Ooh, Tiffany. As I like to say.
It's working in the AHL.
Yeah,
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I misunderstood, Tiffany. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. But hey, Tiffany, thanks for joining us.
And good for Tiffany to credit the AHL. What do I say all the time here?
It's a man's league.
It's a great league. Good developmental league.
How about were you settled in when Steve scored? Jimmy?
Oh, I was there. That was great. I thought of you.
His reaction was pretty fun. No, but his reaction, he kind of was like, yeah, you guys got rid of me. It was very
2 games straight, right? 2 ex-Leafs.
Yeah. That Ethan Russell 55-12. You want them to deal Zaka? Is his stock rising?
Not until Lindholm comes back.
There's that Tiffany had it at 67-20.
Lindholm should be,
McAvoy should not be on first. Yep, absolutely.
We got anything else, Jimmy?
Yeah, Zaka was solid tonight.
Zaka's been solid nonstop, man.
Nonstop.
I mean, it was funny. I was listening to Montreal TSN 690 while I was trying to not die on 89 North in a ice storm. And somebody asked Pierre, because he does a regular segment on there at 5:30 every night, if you're the Canadiens and you're trying to solve your 2C problem right now, do you want Zaka or Kadri? And he was like, Zacha, hands down.
Yes. Better two-way player. The cap hit's not insane.
Well, it's the cap hit's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But also, it's the ransom you're going to have. Like, the listener was then like, yeah, but who do you think has a bigger ransom right now? Like, who's going to get a bigger trade return? And Pierre made a good point. Zacha. Who would have thought that like a month ago?
Yeah, because he signed through next year, right?
Right. And you don't have to take on this hit.
I mean, this is a wild time because, again,
this is going to be a dilemma going forward, Brendan. Because if the Bruins keep winning, and
the league is so mid. If some of the moves you've texted me about, I mean, at this point, I mean, if we get to American Thanksgiving 2 weeks from Thursday, which is like the first benchmark, and these guys are leading the Atlantic Division like they are right now, tied with the Canadiens.
Right, but here's the thing, like, there's going to come a point in the season where you're going to have to decide: is this what this team is really, or are we still in a transition period? Are we going for a cup, or are we still in a transition period? And if you've got somebody offering you
King's ransom
for Zacha, I'm sorry, you got to do it.
100%.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate your help today.
Have a great night, sir.
Yeah, you absolutely have to do it because
absolute
you got to get as many assets as you can.
This guy was
that
great.
perennial cup contender. Huh?
Yeah, I was just saying bye to the front desk guy. His shift's over. He was an absolute stud, guiding me through the storm today, checking me in, get me all ready. So had to say bye to him. Hampton Inn in Colchester, Vermont. It's a little outdated, but the service is great.
There you go. Yeah.
I give it a 3.5 star on the Jimmy Murphy scale.
All right. Hopefully he blocked those movies that you like so much. Anyway. What else we got? We got anything else? Then we'll go over to we'll switch to McKenna here before we sign off here if we don't got anything else.
Let's do it. That's it. Let's go. Let's sign off.
Yeah. So as you know, I went and saw the Michigan State Penn State hockey game in East Lansing this weekend because I wanted to check out Mr. McKenna for myself. Assist to you, Jimmy. Thank you. And first of all, Michigan State is unreal. They're going to be forced to be reckoned with. Parker Martone, nice pick by the Flyers. He's a stud. But McKenna, the skill is there. He rifled one off the post, made a couple decent dishes, but he does not go to the dirty areas of the ice. And as Ethan said, he shies away from contact. He is downy soft right now. It's bad.
But
he will not, even if he goes number one, there is no way he plays in the NHL next year. None.
No, he'll play in the NHL, dude. Because whoever drafts him is going to be desperate to sell tickets, and they're gonna rush him. But I'm with you. I was literally just going to say, I would love to see whoever drafts him have the balls to do exactly what you say. You're not ready. So you're going back to college. Okay?
Yeah.
And guess what? You're still going to make money because they make money.
Yeah,
now.
they were teasing him in the crowd. Like, he's making like $750,000, like NIL money. Like, come on.
Yeah. So this is exactly what we've been saying for a while. Not so much on here, but you and I talking privately. These kids coming down from juniors, Brendan, think they were just going to come in and dominate. It's like, no, sorry. You're a 19-year-old now playing against like 24-year-olds. You're playing against men now. You were playing against 16-year-olds last year. That's why you were running roughshod. It's a big transition. And that's why I think not just McKenna. I'll have to go look for our next show. If I have time tomorrow, I'll look and see how all the transfers are doing. And I'd reckon that at least half of them aren't doing too well. Maybe they do need second years instead of going.
Ellis is doing well. I know that.
Yeah. By the way, but he's not going pro next year, and
right,
he didn't transfer from junior hockey, buddy.
Right.
He was at Shattuck St. Mary's. So I'm talking about the guys that came down from juniors, and we've already seen 2 players change their mind and go back to juniors because of how tough it was.
Yeah.
So maybe now people are going to start to realize how tough college hockey is.
We look at Dean Latorno. I know, again, I'm trying not to mush him, but like he was non-existent last year.
He was not
He's a
ready
huge
for.
kid,
He was not ready for it last year. He shouldn't have been there.
and he's put the work in, and he's been great this year.
He's doing. He's good. He's good.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah, he's made a huge leap. Let's say that. Fair enough. Fair enough.
we'll say that.
I
Yeah.
don't want to get people too excited, nor do I want to mush him. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's look ahead. We're gonna come back at you on Thursday. Rematch up in Ottawa after the Bruins got thrashed.
And by the way, that's it with the Senators, and we're only in November. Like, hello, schedule makers, please. 2 division teams shouldn't be done with their games for the season in November. It's pathetic.
I don't get how these pro sports do this. Like, it's funny.
It's building availability.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things. It's not just the NHL. It's a lot of things that go into it, but still, that's pretty pathetic that you have a division team isn't going to see one of their division opponents again.
Yeah. Nuts.
And then Montreal Saturday, brother.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they play. I didn't like it, but it worked out. He went back to Swayman tonight. So obviously he's gonna go to Corpy, who played good against Ottawa last time. That's gonna be a heck of a game. 7-game winning streak on the line. They beat the bag off the Bruins the last time they were up there. I don't know. Bruins obviously coming in a lot more confident. That's gonna be a good tilt Thursday. I'm actually excited for that.
Have they lost since that game?
Since the Ottawa game, I do not believe they have lost. No.
No. So that beating knocked some sense into them. They've been great since.
Yeah, like I said, it's the league is so mid. Even the other night, you had the Rangers came into Detroit, stomped the Red Wings, and then went home and laid the proverbial egg at Madison Square Garden the next night. But then they did get the Preds at home. They scored 6.
Oh my!
You had the Blackhawks beating the Red Wings.
As you're saying this, the Sharks just beat the Wild in OT in Minnesota.
Yeah, and LA kicked the crap out of Montreal tonight.
LA scored 5 unanswered goals after the Canadiens went up 1-0. Stars came back on a sends and won overtime. How about the Capitals going in and stomping the Hurricanes, who were on a tear?
They come back to TD Garden on Monday, which is weird. They were just here.
I was having this conversation with somebody. Like, this is exciting. It's fun. There's good games every night. The parity has never been better, but at the same time, I kind of miss when there were like...
Yeah, we talked about that a couple shows ago. Yeah, it's not as that there's not a big monster, like a snarling monster. It's
like the Yankees and the Red Sox and, and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is why, again, I don't think you buy, but per se, but if the Bruins come the Olympic break are still in this thing, you got to try to do something.
Yeah. You don't go bonkers, but you do something. Yeah. All right, buddy.
Upgrade that top 6. I mean, and again, if you're going to get top 6 forward for Lohrei, you make that trade all day.
Yeah.
In a package. So,
exactly.
Anyways, well, again, Bruins 5-3 over the Leafs. Second 5-3 win over their hated rivals. Pasta doing Pasta things with 2 goals and assists, career goals, 400 and 401. Carly McAvoy, 2 assists. We appreciate y'all being here on this. Mason Lohrei with 2 assists. We appreciate you being here on the Sick Podcast Network, listening to the sickest Bruins podcast. Wait. What do you got?
Before you go, check our Twitter feed tomorrow, the at Sick Pod Bruins. We'll have some news about a live show I will be doing later this week. There's some details I have to iron out in the day tomorrow, but by tomorrow night, I will have the details up on our social at Sick Pod Bruins. And of course, you can find me at Murphy's Law 74 and Brendan at Bruins Vibes host. And we will have all the information there. But I will be doing a live broadcast in Montreal in the next few days to tee you up for Bruins Canadiens. Just trying to determine whether it will be Friday night or Saturday. There's something that came out. Brendan, you didn't even know about it, but there's something that came up that might work better for Friday. So I will figure that out tomorrow, and we will let you know.
I will be your Robin. Excuse me, to your Batman.
Yes, you will be there in spirit. But I do want to say, and I want everybody here to get on him to make sure he makes it. The Bruins and the Canadiens play on a certain holiday in March in Montreal. And we have a live broadcast set up from McLean's Public House on Peel Street. It's about a 10-minute walk from the Bell Center. It will be chaos. And Brendan, you need to be there with me.
All right, we'll see what we can do. You got to talk to the vice president of player development here at Boston Sennott for that one.
I will.
So, anyways, thank everybody for being here on the Sick Podcast Network, the Sickest Bruins podcast. I'm Brendan. He's the Murph dog, the hockey scribe. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Bruins 5, Leafs 3. Good night, everybody.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Bruins Vibes on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.